Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome to another video. It's more Dreamcast wonderfulness. I've been pissed balling about trying to get my stupid Dreamcast to work. The drive's dying, I'm sure of it, but finally I've managed to get some progress. So what we're playing? Well, this is Radirgy, and it's by Milestone. Milestone have done some interesting games, some shooting games, what I would call classic Japanese bullet hell games, with some kind of unique twists. Gameplay-wise, they're all about game mechanics. The games themselves are pretty much standard, fair shooters. This one in particular is very, very interesting because it uses a cell shading kind of technique, which just gives it a really beautiful kind of almost Jet Set Radio influence, which cannot be ignored. As you can see, guys, the game is pretty much derived from its original coin-op. It's pretty much exactly the same game. There's no difference. It's basically on the Naomi hardware. It was on the Naomi hardware, so the translation was just literally I think it was a matter of days or something to translate it. So there's no extras as such. It's just basically the game. That's about it. You can save and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it took them I don't know. I don't think it took them that long to convert it over to the Dreamcast. You can do Tay-t or Yoko screen modes. Tay-t is my favourite when I'm laid down. It's good as well if you've got a small TV. You can turn the TV completely on the side and enjoy the game in its original aspect ratio. I'm sure most of you probably wouldn't want to do that because that's crazy, but you can do it if you want. For the purposes of this video, I am going to be a bit strange and I am going to play it in Tay-t mode, and I am also going to probably not turn the video on its side. Or then again, I might do. I don't know. It depends how you look at this. In fact, what I might do is I might turn the video over sort of midway through. I don't know. Right. Let's do it like that, and let's keep it as classic shots. So, how does the game work? Well, it is a shooting game. Pretty much, predominantly, everything about it is shooting. The main bulk of the gameplay is let's get down to it. The main bulk of the gameplay is just basically blowing the crap out of everything. However, there's a little bit of an intricate story in there, so that's kind of mixed in with the gameplay. So you get radio messages from people. I have no idea about the story, to be honest with you. Really, no idea. What you can do is you can charge up your shots. You can kind of just do rapid fire. You also have a melee strike with your sword. The melee strike is also extremely useful because you can juggle your bonuses and get your multiplier up, which makes the killing of baddies all the more fun because you can, whilst you're killing the baddies, juggle the bonuses and get absolutely stack the points. It also stops bullets from hitting you, basically. As you can see, pretty straightforward to play. The cell shaded graphics definitely give it an edge. And in terms of gameplay, what makes it the most fun is the collecting of the icons. As you can see there, they just give you on a basic level they give you points. However, sometimes they can give you slightly different abilities depending on how you collect them. I've not been able to get any decent abilities with them, truthfully. I've not really, because I don't really collect them that well. And what I mean by that is I just go at them. Because as you can see, guys, the game is awash with bullets, so it's not easy to get them and juggle them. As you can see with the triangles, they're basically bonuses, but the fact that I'm attacking them the way that I'm attacking them with my melee strike basically means that I can get loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of points. So, dead straightforward stuff really. Not a lot to it in that sense, however, very, very fun. Not two-player though, I don't think. I've not been able to get two-player out of it. I'm toast. So there you go guys, that is Radirgy. Very, very simple little shooting game. What makes it fun is the graphics, the unique style, which is kind of Jet Set Radio-esque, but a little bit better. A little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit more, this is going to sound stupid, but it's a little bit more cartoony. I would say that out of the two, this is a little bit easier. The other one's got a kind of, Jet Set Radio's got kind of like a hard edge to it, whereas this, it's kind of a bit more cartoony, if that makes any kind of sense. It's a little less, it's a little bit more kids inspired. I don't know if that's, I think that's wholly inaccurate. I'd love to know if anyone knows anything about the story or about the gameplay or any of that, because I've gone through the game once and I was very fortunate. I got very lucky and I managed to complete it, and I didn't quite get it. I kind of missed the point on it, I think. I'd love to know what the story's about because it looks really interesting, and the game certainly looks like a lot of fun. I've always been inspired by the games on the Dreamcast after its kind of commercial demise. Companies like G-Red and Milestone, just keeping the Dreamcast alive with some fantastic games. Radirgy is definitely one of those games that has really kind of I've always come back to. So to be able to play it and show you guys it is fantastic for me. And the fact that I'm playing it in Tay-t as well, in the Tay-t screen mode, is kind of weird. But the Dreamcast truly is a fantastic machine, and this is another reason why. What a great game. It's weird. Some people might not like it because it's kind of weird and kind of quirky and very much Japanesey. But as you know, guys, that's not a bad thing for me. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. At the moment, I'm plowing through the Dreamcast stuff at the moment, just having a little look-see about. Well, I think I've got some pretty cool games. I think I've got some pretty unique games, and for me, I just really want to share those. But I can imagine that some of these games probably might not appeal to the masses, kind of thing. They might not appeal to everybody, but I certainly get a kick out playing stuff like this. Radirgy is a pretty cool game. And, well, put it this way, guys, if you're a shooting fan, the typical shooting game is spaceships and helicopters and planes and all that kind of stuff. This does things a little differently, and for that it has to be commended. Graphically, great. Sound-wise, quirky. Very much Japanese game. Very much kind of anime, cel-shaded kind of thing. Worth a look. Price-wise, I think it's very, very expensive though on eBay for an original boxed copy. Very expensive. So do bear that in mind. But anyway, guys, have a good one. See you on the next vid. Hopefully, you'll let me know what you think about the game, and if you fancy the idea of playing something like this. Anyway, have a good one. See you in a bit.